It's the Rush, Utah High School sports every day. Here we go, Larry. Welcome back. It's the Rush. We got two of the best offensive linemen in the state, fresh off a dominating performance in week one for the Herriman Mustangs. I think maybe the top rushing offense of week one, the Herriman Mustangs. We got Toa Feinga. We got Elway, Aiono. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey, what's up?
How are you? Good to see you. You're looking good. Let's see, Elway, I'll start with you. What was your favorite play from Friday that you felt you guys executed perfectly?
I would say Felicity's first touchdown run. Everyone just picked up their guy. I ended up getting a pancake on the play, and then just seeing Felicity break away with it. Definitely my favorite play of the night.
Okay, excellent. I'll play that for the audience as you're talking about it there. Toa, how about you, man?
For me, I'd probably say Felicity's last touchdown run. You know, everyone did their job, everyone executed, and then everyone did their part.
Okay, excellent. What's been your emphasis, Toa, for coming into this season? Obviously, we're a week in, but what have you really been working on in the off season to prepare for this year?
For me, just getting stronger, faster, getting better each week.
How about you, Elway?
Definitely the same thing, just getting better every week. Improving on the things that I seen I needed to improve on from each week.
Excellent. Henry Kafinga is a guy who had a really good game on Friday. What's he like as a teammate, Elway? What's something that you admire about his game as a player?
I mean, Henry, he's younger, he's only in 10th grade, but he's just a great leader, and he definitely acts like older than he is. And yeah, you can always count on him.
Okay, cool. Love that about Henry. How about, I was going to ask you about Caden Crook, Toa. Same question. What's he like as a teammate? What's something that he does well as a player?
Yeah, Caden, he's also on the younger side. He's only a sophomore. He does good. Every practice, he works his tail off. So he gives it all. He gives it 100%.
So they both start on the offensive line?
Yep.
Yes.
Dang, that's impressive as 10th graders. Take us through your journey a little bit, Elway, playing high school football to get to the point where you are now, one of the top O-linemen in the state. Like I said at the top of the interview, what's your high school journey kind of been like? Take us through from 9th grade to now.
So, 9th grade, that was the last year we had Coach Pierce at Herriman. It was good, but going in my 10th grade year, that's when we got Coach Rickards, and that's when he wanted to make a big thing with culture, and I feel like that's when it really started to change. Even though we didn't have the best year, his first year, the culture and the team bonding was definitely better. And then last year, going in my junior year, just with that culture and our coaches have been there for a year, we're definitely better. And I just had some great coaching the last couple of years, ever since Rickards and the new staff has been on.
What does Coach Rickards and the staff do to emphasize the importance of offensive line play in this program? Obviously, you've also got one of the best backs in the state in Felici, but what do you think this program does well in emphasizing our offensive line? We don't eat without these guys. What are some of the things that they do to express that to you guys?
I mean, everyone, the whole team, we all get treated with respect and stuff, but I think it's just stuff like that. The Felici, he'll always tell the O-line, hey, that's some good blocking, stuff like that. And, our offensive line coaches, we just have some great offensive line coaches who know what they're doing. So that definitely helps.
Awesome. Toa, same question. Take us through your high school kind of journey to where you are now.
Yeah, so my freshman year, that's when Rickards first came in, Coach Rick. I started my freshman year, didn't do as well as I thought I should. Then my sophomore year last year, did a little bit better, did some good things. We had a better record last year than my freshman year. Then coming into my junior year, we're looking pretty good this year.
What's an underrated thing, Toa, you think technique wise for an offensive lineman that if you could go back in time and talk to yourself like as a ninth grader, you'd say, hey, tighten this up, or if you were coaching a camp or something like that, what's something that maybe some young kids overlook about a small thing that makes a big difference for an O lineman?
For me, I'd probably say just giving it your all, just going out 100%, giving full effort.
How do you guys in a game where you're running the ball 40 times or something like that? How how's the stamina keep up, Elway, especially early on in the season? How would you guys grade out how tired you guys were? And it didn't look like it because you guys dominated. But what talk about how exhausting it is to be an O lineman on a Friday night?
Yeah, well, it definitely gets tiring, but just again, our coaches, like Coach Rickards, he makes our practices harder than what the games are going to be. So every week, I feel like we're all prepared for the game. I've never went into a game where I didn't feel prepared or like I'm not going to be able to do this. So definitely just with how we practice and stuff like that.
Who's your favorite linebacker on your own team to go next level on in practice and lay out with a pancake block, Toa? Does anybody come to mind? Who do you like to really get into and just put him on his back and then just kind of lay on him for a minute
On our own team, or
on your own team, like in a practice? I know you probably don't go 100% in practice, but who's the guy that you like to mash with a little bit?
we do have a couple. EC Latu. We have Gavin Fox. We do have a couple of them.
Okay, so they can hit with you guys a little bit.
Yeah,
They're not afraid. Okay.
yeah.
All right. How about you, Elway? Anybody else to add to that list?
Um, I mean, if we count Kemper, Kemper is definitely a great
Oh
little
yeah.
linebacker. So yeah,
He's a bad dude, right?
yep.
He's tough. What's something you guys like about how Felici runs when you make your block, you pin somebody down, and then you watch him take off? Um, what do you admire about him as a running back, Toa?
He does run hard for sure. That's my favorite thing about him.
Yeah, he doesn't go down easy.
Yeah.
Elway, what do you think?
Yeah, same thing. Felicie doesn't go down easy, and he's shifty too, so he can do it all.
Amazing. Okay. Well, very impressive week one, guys. Good luck the rest of the way. Stansbury's a great challenge as well coming up this week. We'll be watching you. Go Mustangs. Appreciate you making time, and hopefully we can get you on again later on in the year.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. Thank
All right.
you.
That's Elway, Aiono, and Toa Feinga, Herriman Mustangs here with us. Okay. Hold up here for a second, guys. I'm gonna have you do a little liner for me. So, Elway, you can start. You'll say, hey, this is Elway, Aiono, Herriman football, and you're watching The Rush
Okay.
whenever you're ready.
All right. Hey, this is Elway Aiono, Herriman football, and you're watching The Rush.
Perfect. All right, Toa, same thing, buddy, whenever you're ready.
Hey, this is Toa Fenga, Herriman Football, and you're watching The Rush.
Okay, great job. Now I'm going to stop the recording. It looks like you're sponsored by Grass Creek Construction, bringing visions to life for over 20 years. Welcome back. It's The Rush. Thanks for being here. This is brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers. Plus, we got Seth Brown here, running back for Desert Hills, who went off in week one, had like 168 yards, over 12 yards a carry for the Thunder against Hillcrest. And Seth, we're going to break down this play, buddy. This is a 42-yard run you made in this game against the Huskies. And just tell me kind of what happens on this play. And as you're talking, I'll kind of play it and stop it and stuff.
Yeah, so it was the adrenaline was crazy. I just find the hole, it's just right there. I cut off my tight end who hits it looks like that backer there, and
Yeah.
I just move upfield as fast as I can. Unfortunately, I don't know who it was. I think it might have been a safety. Someone trips me up, and I was close from scoring on that drive, but someone trips me up and it gets me off balance. But it was a good play. All around blocking. I give every credit to that game, everything goes to the O line, tight ends, receivers who blocked everybody. I I just proved that I can hit the hole and I can run the ball according to my blockers. So I don't. Yeah, it's just beautiful, beautiful blocking.
You
I
did a
really
good
love
job.
that game.
You did a
Thank
good
you.
job making that safety miss too. I mean, he got a little bit, but you ran right past him, and your line is a bunch of big dogs. It's like an old school
Hell yeah.
Desert Hills offensive line this year. Let's talk about some of these guys. Tell me about Cyrus, kind of what he's like as a teammate, what he does well as a blocker for you.
I'm so grateful we have Cyrus on our team, and especially as a running back, I'm so grateful. Like he really is. I don't know how tall he is number wise, but I think he's definitely in the sixes. And he's just a big, very very big guy. He can block well. He puts in effort, and he's very good with finishing his block and not being complacent. So I love Cyrus.
Okay. Okay, sweet. All right, that's Cyrus Tofu. Let's talk about Bash, his brother, who made a bunch of awesome blocks for you in that Hillcrest game too.
Just phenomenal ever. I mean, like, bro, they like the entire line. Like Bash really did such a good job too. Like, I really can't like single out one of the linemen. I like all of them. All of them just did across like it's really good, really good. I don't just
Yeah,
really
we
good.
don't want to single anybody out, but I'm going to keep asking you to single people out. Let's talk
I
about
I really
let's
can't
talk
know.
let's talk about Olin Clausen.
Oh,
Maybe even beyond what he's like as a blocker, just kind of what kid he is. We know he's gotten a lot of attention headed into this season, and as you guys are kind of banking on him to be one of your studs this year.
yeah, so Olin is a very good lineman. He is again like I mean I don't know what else to say other than he just blocks perfectly and great. He's not lazy. He cares about the sport and he's a good leader. He is a good leader, being a senior and he helps out with the team a lot and I appreciate him for that and I love Olin. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. And then I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about Alo too, who's another guy who's a
So
stud on this team.
I mean, it always starts with the snap and just he really does put in that work and effort and he like blocks so well. I don't know what else to say. Like they all block very good, very good.
That's
I
great.
love I
That's
love
great.
like that game was perfect. That game, like if we can block like that for the next in every game there is in the future, just beautiful.
You guys will be all right if that's the case. What I was impressed. I've just kind of seen the highlights of this game. I was impressed with some of the throws Deacon made. I'll ask you about him. One of them was to tag Brinton, who just caught it.
Yeah.
Two Huskies had angles on him to the sideline, and he outran everybody. It looks like he's got some jets.
Yes, Tag is one of our fastest players, no doubt about it. I mean, I believe I don't know if he still is. I believe that he is one of our kick returners. Like he's very fast, and he can, he's a good receiver too. He can catch the ball, and Deacon made that read, and it's just a one-on-one match, and
Yeah,
he got it. Out sprinted the defense, and yeah, Tag's such a good player.
yeah, awesome. We know how good your defense is, and those guys look great as well. Tell us a little bit about your journey at Desert Hills. This is just your junior season, but what's it
Yeah.
been like, the process to put yourself in a position to kind of be the man this year as the running back?
So I've always dreamed about this. Like I started playing football in eighth grade and for Desert Hills, and I didn't know what I was doing. I literally I didn't
You
watch
started
football.
the first time you started playing football at all was in 8th grade?
Yes, I tackle
Wow.
football, and I got put on the B team because I didn't even go through any summer conditioning or anything like practice. I didn't know anything to do with the sport. I showed up to one practice, and I just was there. And my dad told me to just I should play running back, and so I was like, okay, I'll play running. It was either running back or tight end. I was like, I'll play running back. I didn't even know
So
what they.
what made you want to play? Like
I
what
so
made
I.
you choose to do that?
It's a little embarrassing, but I played baseball since I think it was like t-ball or something. I was, I don't know how old that is, but I played it up until probably 7th grade, and I tried out for this tryout team, or what's it called?
Travel?
Travel ball team. Yes, I tried out for that, and tryouts. So the tryouts was you had to hit like I think it was like 30, 20 pitches, and you just had to hit them and see how good you do. I missed like 90% of those balls. Like I did so bad. I went from playing little league to trying that out. So bad. It was so bad. So I'm like, okay, frick this sport. It's too hard, and I'm gonna play a sport where I could just go in the gym and try out my heart. Like I always wanted to play football. I always wanted to play football. I always wanted to play a sport that was physical, and I love it. I've never regretted not playing football. Like I love football. So, anyways,
Amazing. That's a great
yeah.
story. Very cool. Um, what's something going into this year, Seth, that you really kind of focused on individually to prepare yourself to be competitive this year?
I would say just like we compete with each other a lot, offensive, defensively, on the field during practice, especially. We just compete. Um, we trash talk a little too, which sometimes gets out of hand. But yeah, like I'm always telling Coach Baldry, hey, your defense is sweet, man. Like you're not doing it. You're not gonna touch me. I'm always talking to linebackers and D linemen. You're not gonna touch me. I give him a hug, being like, "This is the only time you're gonna touch me during practice." Just teasing them around. But like I think we have good chemistry as a team, and that translates through our competition and love towards each other, and just we try to be better, and that competition helps us so much.
How do you think having a tough year like last year, kind of getting through that and staying together is going to help this team? This is kind of a loaded question, but how do you think last year will help you guys this year, basically?
So I think the only thing that last year, from what happened last year, I think the only thing that could help us is by seeing what not to do, and like for the most part, because I feel like it was we were very our our team. I'm trying to think of the word.
Chemistry?
No, it's like the regular thing wasn't good enough. I feel like a lot of us we weren't taking it as serious as we should, and the effort that was being put out on the field was not there. And we
Gotcha.
honestly, I feel like we just didn't care enough. So, and having Coach B be a great example and a great leader, as long and as well as Coach Frankie, like they really have changed and shaped Desert Hills football team, and I'm very grateful for that. So I think I'm very grateful.
Awesome. That's great. Um, okay, what do you think about Timpanogos? It's going to be another. I mean, I think this one's going to probably be a little bit more competitive, unless you blow them out of the
Yeah.
water with how well you guys played week one. But what do you think about playing the T Wolves, buddy?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I got to be careful for what I say, but
Don't give him any
I'm not.
locker room
I'm not gonna.
bulletin board
I try to
material.
be respectful. I don't want to you know trash talk right now. Whatever. I do think and believe we will win. Okay, and I do believe that they are a little bit better than Hillcrest. And it's gonna be a little tougher for me. So I gotta go out there and prove myself again. So especially with the run game, they heavy load that box. So
Okay. Amazing. Well, we're looking forward to it. I think you guys are going to play great. I think they're a good team, and it's going to be a close one. We'll see what the heck happens. But congrats on a week one win, and we'll be watching on Friday, man. Thanks a lot, Seth.
thank you so much for this opportunity again. Thank you.
Absolutely. Quick break. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. It's The Rush. Thanks for being with us. We got quarterback U with Judd Thompson. We're breaking down Rock Speredon from Orem, coming off a win against Kamehameha last week. They got a big one against Skyridge. Judd, what jumps off the film when you watch Rock on film?
Hey, I'll tell you, Roy's been good to these teams down south. They've been kind of a nice pipeline for Corner Canyon and now Orem. So Coach Stokes did a good job of getting this kid to come down to Orem.
He's phenomenal. Yeah, you think about Dart Sparrows from that area when he was a kid.
Yeah.
So Roy produces a lot of talent.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
So
but yeah, no, shockingly, they're a spread team. I mean, the people down in St. George know Coach Stokes very well.
Yeah.
So he does a lot of RPO, a lot of spread, a lot of, open sets with three receivers, a lot of options for the quarterback. Fun offense to play in, spreading the ball all over the place. And, it was nice to see them go across the pond there to get a win last week.
Yeah, that was awesome. And they helped out with hurricane stuff. It was a great trip for Orem. What does he do particularly well? Just kind of watching some of his film, Jed.
I mean, this kid, so I didn't look up how tall he was, but I mean, he looked like he was like 7 feet tall. I mean, he's just a long player that, is athletic, moves well, throws the ball extremely well down the field. I think he's constantly taking shots, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense when you've got a kid that can throw the ball down the field in the way that he does. A lot of times in high school, it's, quicker throws because protection issues or things like that. But this kid, both at Roy and last week at Kamehameha, was just really pushing the ball down the field, which is really scary for a defensive coordinator.
What was the best throw you saw him make on film?
Yeah, I mean, so I've got two. So last year, there's a game against Fremont. Kind of pressure makes him step up in the pocket, and he throws this vertical route, kind of back shoulder up against the sideline that I thought was a really impressive throw, because usually when pressure shows up, quarterbacks are looking for any way to get out of there, and he kind of stepped up and made a throw. And then last week against Kamehameha, they roll him left, which for a right-hander is difficult because you really got to get your shoulders around, and he throws, I don't know, 10 or 15 yard out up against the sideline that's caught. Receiver does a good job of staying in bounds. But those two throws, for different reasons, stood out to me.
Who does he remind you of?
So look, I know recently, I mean, he's going to hear this and hate me for it, but I think Joe Flacco used to be one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. Now, of course, he's the backup for the Browns or wherever he's
50
at.
years
now.
old, yeah.
Yeah, he's 100 years old, but when I back when I was caring about the NFL, 20 years ago, Joe Flacco was a guy that was one of the top quarterbacks in the AFC. Had the Ravens, constantly competing for Super Bowls and stuff, or AFC constantly competing for Super Bowls. Yeah. But I look at this kid, tall, better runner than you think, more athletic than you think. strong arm, ability to throw on the run. I can't help but see whatever the Delaware Darts or whatever Delaware's Blue Hens in this kid.
All right, love it. That's Judd Thompson. Quarterback U, we do it every week. Great insight on all these high school quarterbacks around the state. We look forward to it again next week, Judd.
Yeah, you got, hey, Little League football kicks off this week up here in Lehigh. So we may have a recap next week for you.
Fantastic. That's the SEC territory for the Little Leaguers, too.
That's right.
So that'll be big time. All right. Thanks, Judd.
All right.
We'll be back right after this on The Rush. Send us your highlights, Andy at therushutah.com or anywhere on social media at The Rush Utah. It's The Rush Utah, high school sports every day.